Happy Thursday, guys. It is the 16th of January. I hope everyone on this video is well. Firstly, just want to start off the call by saying my apologies for the upload yesterday. Quite the hectic day, I must say so myself. Basically cost us a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of stress. So I do apologize. We basically had lawyers meetings in the mornings, which cost us a hell of a lot of money, a few grand. And then we went to go home, and that's when I wanted to do the video. But our car broke down. So the the battery went on the car, and then we was like, oh, it's right, we'll go over to the garage, we'll get the garage to open up the bonnet, and obviously kickstart the car again. And then we realized that we cannot get the bonnet open, and the bonnet lock is broke basically, and they can't open it. The only way that they can open it is by basically smashing it through. So it was a hectic day, and it was something that was out of my control, but it is what it is. But yeah, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome to the daily market outlook for the 16th of January. Obviously yesterday we had CPI, so quite a lot of movement. Hopefully some of you guys, were on the right side of that movement, and you wasn't basically hurt. It's a lot of volatility that goes into the markets when big news events like that. So hopefully you guys stayed safe and didn't get too much burnt. So yeah, okay, let's get into this daily market outlook. So as you guys can see, I am currently on the dollar, and I'm just going to start off by going to the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, let me just zoom that in. You'll be able to see that we obviously have this high and this low and this high. So we are currently in between this higher low and this higher high that you guys can see here, there and there. So we're in between this whole range right now. Now, first thing that catches my eye is, of course, when we obviously trading, when we analyzing the charts, if the daily time frame is like this, then we expect to see obviously a 4-hour time frame have a retracement. At the lower time frame, have that retracement. What is going on? Have a retracement. So currently, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check if we've had a minimum of 50% retracement. So first thing I can see is this 50% mark has been met. So we've come down into at least the minimum of the 50%, and we've had a body closure above, and we are looking like we could potentially move onwards. And this is something I always want to check. It's not exactly a major thing, but it is something that helps with the confluence, because if you get a 50% pullback, you're inside that discounted range, which is, of course, always beneficial. So next thing I'll notice is this big juicy candle, daily demand candle is been met. We haven't quite filled in the whole imbalance below here, but we have met that daily demand candle, which obviously says a lot. So if we just drop down now to the 4-hour, and then in fact, let me get rid of this Fibonacci tool. So as you guys can see, my 4-hour is still bearish. So we look at this right now, you'll be able to notice that the 4-hour has been bearish. We've had, lower lows and lower highs created, and we've been bearish so far. So for us to basically have an alignment with the daily time frame, we need this break of structure above this 4-hour lower high here. So that is my first thought, but that doesn't mean that you obviously don't have to trade, because if the 1 hour is in alignment, that could then be the catapult to then understanding that the 4-hour could be a change of trend. So the first thing that I want you guys to take note is, if you look at this downtrend from this high to this low, I want you to basically look at this. So this supply area here, that supply area, we had obviously a mass amount of news yesterday. We've come back up, and then what we should be doing is naturally we should be just trading off away from there. Now, first thing I notice is once we've tapped into the supply, we've come down, and then we had a big reaction here. So like, could we now be going, okay, is the dollar going to be, because it's happy with that, it's met the 50% rule, it's happy that it's met in the daily demand. Could we now be seeing the 1 hour changing and obviously the 4-hour changing? So that is my first train of thought, but also understand that we are in this 4-hour supply, of course. Now, if I just drop down to the 1 hour, let me just get rid of this. If I just drop down to the 1 hour, let's see what's happening. So what's happening on the 1 hour currently is, of course, we are having, retracement back up. So we're in this little trapped zone right here. Now, obviously, nothing is, nice and clean for me, basically, on the dollar. What I would like to basically see is, because we're in this range, if we're following the 1 hour suit, if we follow like what's actually going on the 1 hour, you'll be able to see that. We'll be able to come back up, body finish there. Could we now see a break above? If we can get another break above this with like a clean break, that could tell me that this then is going to be carrying on upwards. And obviously, I know it's risky because we are in that 4 hour supply still. But that is just my first train of thought, of course. So let's see if, let me just see the 2 hour. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting if we definitely break above this. The two ways you can look at it, if we break above this, then buys is our main priority. If we break below this, sells is our main priority. So that's one way that I always like to look. If we come up above, then yes, of course, we're going to carry on. If we come below, then of course we could carry on downwards and fill in more of these imbalances below. So that is my first thought. We are in a 4 hour supply, 4 hour range, but we've not had that bullishness, the bearishness to go and create a new lower low, which we realistically should have, because there's no other supply area for me to be interested in at all. Just to be real with you guys, there's no other supply area at all. So yeah, let's see GU, and let's see what follows suit with this. Okay, so first thing I notice is, let's go to the daily. Now, daily time frame, we've not had that pullback. So from the daily to this, we've not met that 50%. We've come very close, but we are reacting at the moment from a 4 hour supply. So daily is obviously bearish. We can see that's clear. If we go to the 4 hour, you'll be able to see that we're reacting out of this 4 hour supply. No, we're reacting out of this 4 hour supply, and it seems we've got quite a bit of that bearish movement happening, which then would mean that obviously dollar's going to be bullish. So if you look at this currently, GU is obviously coming down. We're in a 4 hour range from this lower high to this lower low. Let me just change that. So daily, 4 hour lower low. And then let's drop down time frames. So if you look at this currently, and then you had little ranges here, and now it seems like we're breaking. So if you look at that trend, that could be telling me that we might be going into a downward trend. So first thing that I've been waiting for is if we can get an actual full close below this. If we can get a full close like coming into New York like this, then obviously we might have potential to sell this one downwards. If you want to wait for a double break, so one break here, and then participate, that's obviously another option that you guys can do, of course. Yeah, we are in that 4 hour range. So we are in that 4 hour range, and we are reacting from this 4 hour supply here. So yes, I am looking at continuing the sells downwards for GU today. So let's see how that plays out. Going into, but let me just quickly look at the 1 hour. 1 hour's filled in the imbalance here, and then we're moving away. Yeah. Okay, EU, let's have a look at what she's doing currently. So same as always, let's start off by going to the daily time frame. Okay, so a little bit more cleaner looking if we look at this. A little bit more cleaner looking because we've had that 50% retracement. So if you look at this, we've actually come above this 50% retracement. So again, that is, a positive sign. And we've also had a big reaction. If you look at this wick and then where the body finished, that could be telling me that this is wanting to head on downwards to attack this low here. So if we're looking at this, let's get rid of this Fibonacci. Let's drop down to the 4. So I've been talking about this 4 hour supply for a while. We have quite a lot of equal highs, trendline liquidity that was above here as well, which has now obviously been, taken. So we've tapped up, we've come into this forward supply, filled in this imbalance. Yes, we still have a forward supply here, which we've got to obviously, keep in mind. But if we look at this right now, we have reacted out this forward supply and we've had a 1 hour break. So if I just drop down to the 1 hour, we had a 1 hour break here. So we had a 1 hour break here. Now, of course, what I would like to do is I would like to see a bigger retracement into, here. I would have liked to have seen a bit more of a retracement into this area and carry on. We can still get that because we are kind of creating that consolidation at the moment. If we look at this, which is, money building up. So we still could get that. And if we do, obviously my preferred zone would be this area here. This 1 hour supply here to fill in that imbalance. That's what I would like. Obviously, I would like to see fill in the imbalance, tap into the supply and carry on downwards. So yeah, that is my first thought. Of course, we're reacting at this forward demand right now. But again, if you look at the overall trend of the daily and the 4, it's down. So that for me, tells me quite a lot. So yeah, that's what I'd be pretty much waiting for. The only thing that I could, maybe say to you guys that are on here is if we don't, let's say we go into New York and we get a break and we don't tap into this, then that would, possibly give you a reason to obviously then carry this trend on downwards. But right now, like this time of the day, I would not be looking at any sells because we are consolidating. And you guys have to understand that when the market is consolidating, building up liquidity, people are making decisions. When people make decisions, they make the right decision or the wrong decision. Now, the wrong decision could be, oh, this is, all sells, and they might, start placing their trades and they'll put their stop losses above the high. Let's make that red. And then they will be looking at, this happening. Oh, they were looking at obviously this happening. And then next minute, New York happens to get manipulated. And then we could have the trend carry on downwards. So just keep that in mind, of course, in regards to obviously EU. But yeah, let's see how she plays out. If you're a bit more risky, we've got a 15-minute break here. And obviously you can look for, I'd wait for another 15-minute, and then that might open up a new supply area for you to trade. So just keep an eye out on that. But just to remind you guys, daily, we're bearish. Daily, we're bearish. And also 4 hour, we're reacting in this 4 hour supply as well. Yeah, let's keep that in mind. Everything depends on the dollar, of course. AUD USD. Let's go to the daily time frame. So as you guys can see currently, we are in this daily range, and we've had that daily break of structure here. Now that daily break of structure here. And again, have we met the 50%? Yeah, we've come above the 50% into this daily supply area, which again, that's another confirmation that we guys want to look out for. So with that being said, if you look at where we're currently at right now, we're reacting at this daily supply. Yes, obviously we've got, let's say, this level of supply up here, which can fill in an imbalance, of course. But we are reacting in that, daily supply currently. So let's see what we get. I would be waiting for a break. But if you look at the actual 4 hour range, I would be looking at this. We've had obviously downwards movement, we had a change of trend, we come back up, we pull back. So right now, we are still in a 4 hour range. We are still in that 4 hour range. If I just drop down to the 2, we are reacting out of that as well. And this is very important. This is why a lot of people can make mistakes, including myself, because we're looking at the dollar and we're waiting for to see what the dollar does. Now, first thing I notice is obviously we've got our higher high and higher low. We've got our demand area here. So we have had a good move away from this. I would wait for a double break. So if we're buying this, I'd wait for another break above this, and then I would be more confident to buy this upwards, depending on, of course, what the dollar does. So I'd be waiting for 2 breaks of structures on this. Because of course, What we could do is we could just react from where we are right now, and this will be another good confirmation. We could just react from where we are right now, and then obviously look to participate downwards to carry this trend on. So that is two options. If we break up below this, that's what I've been looking for. We break below this, I can obviously, depending on the dollar, look to carry this trend on upwards. So interesting to see what's going to happen today, to be fair. Very, very interesting. Let me just put that back. So either break above this to carry the trend on, or break below this to carry this trend downwards. Let's go back to the 4 hour a sec. Just want to. Yeah, let's see. Let's look at the daily. And if you look at the 4 hour currently, so of course, what I've just noticed is, let's say the 4 hour low, higher low, 4 hour higher high, 1 hour higher low is obviously there. Now, if you look at this right now, we've come in, and obviously, if you look at this one candle has come up and it's reacted from this level of supply here. So again, I'm just going to be patient with EU and wait for another break, because we've reacted out of this and now we're looking like we're coming down. We could get another break, and if we do get the break here, yeah, I would be looking at participating to sell this on downwards for sure. So just keep that in mind. But I've just noticed this level of supply. So we've had daily supply and then 4 hour supply here as well. So yeah, that is what I've been looking at for EU, but just make sure that you guys are patient with that. AU, sorry, Jesus, keep saying EU. Going into NU, exactly the same. This is the daily higher low, and this is the daily, lower high and a daily lower low. We've met above that 50%, and we've also come into this consolidation part here. We look at this 4 hour supply that we're reacting out of currently. This consolidation zone is where we have taken out the highs and also reacting from at this moment in time, and we're reacting out this daily supply, which is obviously a positive. So daily time frame is bearish. Now let's wait and see what is the 4 hour doing. Well, we can look at the 4 hour and say this is our last higher low, this is our last 4 hour and 1 hour higher high. Now with that being said, we look like we've got some bearish movement. So I think this is going to be broken by the reaction of it. Because if you look at this, when we come down, so yes, we're in this 1 hour higher low and 1 hour higher high, but this is why I like to go up a time frame, because look at this reaction down, and then we had a reaction upwards, which really should have broke. It should have broke this high, or give us that confidence that it was. It's come down, come back up, and then we've had a big movement down. So that's telling me right now that we are in bearish momentum. And if you look at this again, we're reacting from now this 4 hour supply, and look how the candle's finished on there. If you look at that candle, so I'm going to get rid of this. If you look at that candle, sorry, this candle, we've come up and we've finished low. So I've been looking at selling this, to be truthful, which then can give you more confidence as well for the other pairs, the GUs, the EUs, so on and so on and so on. So yeah, that is pretty much it from that. Let's just go down to the 1 hour actually, 2 hour and 1 hour. Yeah, well, let's see if you can get a break below this. And if you can, then it will be more confident to sell this down. So that is what I've been waiting for with NU currently. But also do play into the fact that we are still in a 4 hour bullish move, and we are still in this 4 hour demand area here overall. So again, you just got to always keep that in mind. But if you can get a break of where I've just said, then that might give you more confidence to sell this downwards, because I can't really see anything else that is clear for me to buy this upwards right now. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense for you guys. That is NU USD card. Let's see what she's doing. I don't even want to talk about USD card yesterday. Oh, geez. Okay, so daily time frame. First thing I notice is obviously We're still in this lower high and lower low. Now, one thing I want you guys to just understand is from here, we have this range. We've had a 50% pullback into the deepest part of supply, and we haven't broke a new low, and we had CPI yesterday. So again, I don't know, is that trying to tell us something? So if I look at this currently, yes, we're in this daily range right now, but if we drop down to 4, let's see what she's doing. So if we are confident that the 4 was going to carry on the trend with the daily, then we should have broke this low. We come low enough to break the low. Like, look at this. If you look at the trend that it's in, we've obviously got this upwards trend that was happening here. We obviously had now the pullback into this downwards trend. We should have carried that onwards. We didn't. We didn't get a break. And now we're reacting out of this 4-hour demand, clear 4-hour demand area. And we've also changed the trend here. So with that being said, we have this whole area that I'm looking at, and nothing really as clean as I'd like currently, apart from probably this candle here. Probably this candle here. But we haven't quite got that currently. That pullback doesn't look like it's going to happen. Let me just drop down to the 1. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. But if we've just had a 1-hour break here as well, so if you look at this, because we've just had a 1-hour break, this will be our next area of supply. That will be our next 1-hour supply area. So again, that would be a 1-hour supply area to look for the market to, basically come down and carry this trend on upwards in New York, of course. And if we do break below that, that would be the next zone that I'd be looking out for, because we've still got imbalance below and we still have a valid supply demand area. I don't know why I put supply demand area here as well. So yeah, that is what I've got for USD CAD. Let's see USD CHF, and then that'll be the last one. Go to the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we can see our range, higher low, higher high. Have we met the 50% as a minimum? Yeah. Have we met a daily demand? Yes. Okay, 2 confirmations that we now could be ready to carry this on upwards. Let's see the 4-hour. Well, the 4-hour currently right now has just had a change of trend as well. And we're in this deepest part. So if I just drop down to the 2, let's see, we drop down to the 1. Okay, so if you look at this right now, we have had a change of that trend. Yes, we've reacted out of this supply. And we are now also reacting out of this level of demand here. What I would wait for, just for extra confirmation, because of this supply area and because we've still got a 4-hour demand area below, I would just wait for a break above this, just to be truthful with you guys. So we've got, this will give you more confidence, and everything's about confidence. Like if we get a break above this and it looks clean, that would then mean that it'll be a lot more probable to buy this on upwards, because right now we're reacting out this 1-hour supply. Obviously, we still have this area that we could potentially come into, and we're still in like this 1-hour range here. If you look at this 1-hour range, we're in this 1-hour range here as well. So what could happen is it a bit more clean on the 2, is we could just have the reaction from this supply. We could just have a reaction from the supply and carry on downwards. So again, I'd wait for a break above this if he was to carry on the trend. But anyway, everything revolves around the dollar. So we have to see what the dollar is doing in order to be more confident to understand what we should be looking for. So everything revolves around the dollar. Understand that we are still in that 4-hour supply, and obviously we come into the extreme part. We can obviously come into this level of 4-hour supply down here. 4-hour demand down here, which we still have imbalance, so you can refine it to this level here. So don't count out the fact that the dollar could still sell off. Again, as I said, just wait for, if we get a break below this, I would then be going, yeah, the dollar's going to carry on downwards. So that is my daily market outlook for today. And that's pretty much it, guys, for me. I actually want to say thank you as well to everyone who's tuning in, because we have reached over 200 subscribers in such a short space of time, which is amazing. So I guess that something that I'm doing is working. And I guess that you guys who are subscribing and tuning in every single day are enjoying it, which is always a positive. So I just want to say thank you so much to every single person who's on this video, who's watching these videos, who's subscribed, who's liking the videos, who's comments on the videos, that you guys, keep me motivated to keep on going. Even when I don't feel like it, because we all have them days, of course. But yes, other than that, don't forget to drop a like on this video, drop any questions you have below in the comment section, and make sure that you guys are subscribed and also have your notifications turned on. We are going to be getting into some really good videos, hopefully by this week, but some videos I'm going to upload in, I think, are going to be massive game changers for you guys. So yeah, I'm excited. Other than that, take care, guys. God bless.